You ever hear the term lovable losers? You know, when I hear that term, who do I think of? The Chicago Cubs, or the Washington, or was it the Generals? They play. They're always the ones that play the Harlem Globetrotters, and they lose. And it's their profession to lose. I think it's supposed to be set up that way. I guess we could say the Eagles until they won the Super Bowl, but there's nothing lovable about Philadelphia, is there? Oh, this is getting broadcast. I'm sorry. Well, in a way, in the eyes of the world, followers of Jesus Christ should be lovable losers. We shouldn't be always looking that in the eyes of the world, we're the ones that are superior. No one, if we're successful, no one will ever see us as the top. And we shouldn't expect it. Look at St. Lawrence today. St. Lawrence, who was a great helper of the poor, a deacon. He served the Pope in helping disperse the funds of the church to the poor. And he was put to death because he believed in Jesus Christ. Put to death by those at the top who saw the Christians as the least. And what happened in that period? So many died. And the church grew. Because, yeah, the eyes of the world looked down on the church. But that was so desired. That kind of love and devotion was so desired among the poor, among those who weren't at the top, that the church grew. And what happened when they stopped persecuting Christians? People desired to still have that feeling of dying to oneself. And so we had the coming age of those who went into the desert, the hermits, because they wanted to continue the feeling of dying to oneself that the martyrs experienced. Because the martyrs didn't take this kind of being looked down upon and take it and be a martyr, or take it, well, they did take it and be a martyr, but they didn't take it and be this victim complex. They took it joyfully because they knew they were serving a higher power than anyone here in the world. St. Lawrence, we know he's accustomed through the generations to have had a very good sense of humor. You know, he's on the spit. We all know the story. He was being turned on the spit, and he was being roasted, and he said, "Turn me over, I'm nearly done on this side." But even when he was being presented, and he could have stood up for himself, the authorities said, "Okay, Lawrence, you can save yourself if you bring us all the treasures of the church." And he showed up the next day with the poor and the people looked down upon. He could have defended himself, but no. He stood up, and you can tell he had a sense of humor. He didn't play the victim card. Brothers and sisters, we're attacked daily as Christians. Small ways, some in big ways. Why do we play the victim card? This is what we're meant to do. Jesus said, whoever loves his life loses it. A grain of wheat must fall to the ground and die, and then it produces fruit. Brothers and sisters, this is our life as Christians. We will never be held up and praised in the eyes of the world. But it is only in that denigration in the eyes of the world in which the church will grow and in which we will bring more to Jesus Christ, because that's who he is. He wasn't loved by the world. Look, this is the symbol. This is our symbol too. And this is how the church will grow. Don't be defeated, brothers and sisters. And our seeming defeat is our victory, because that was his. Please stand.